Hey everyone, Seth Campbell here. Welcome back to Segway Plays The Legend of Zelda the Wind Waker. In the last episode, we defeated the other three boss rematches and unlocked the door that was sealed by them somehow in the depths of Ganon's tower, and then we climbed a staircase which brought us here. Staircases in Ganon's tower. Another indication that things mean business. Well, we have another one of these glowing circles here. We have this symbol that appeared briefly above the boss door before it vanished. We have this room. It has 4 switches. And also has those 4 boss symbols and the last one. That last one being the one we see over there. And through this door, we have a similar setup, but instead of switches, there are candles. And we're getting an incoming call.
Hey!
Link, you must remember well the appearance of this room. The shape of the floor, the number of items hanging on the walls. Such things are keys to solving the riddles that lie ahead. Do not overlook anything. Yes, well, the shape of the floor doesn't really help us all that much, I don't think. But if we look, let's see, there's 1 candle underneath Mulgara, 2 under Goma, 3 under Jalhala, and 4 under Kali Demos. Let's see what this says. The sword hilts of my servants who lurk deep in the darkness shall be the guideposts that point to me. Gotta give it to Ganondorf, he really nailed the creepy decor. But what that was hinting at is that maybe if we come in here and notice how similar this room looks to that other one, and in case you really don't get it, it shows you those in the same order that the candles were. 1, 2, 3, 4. That creates a portal of some kind. And somehow, into this room sails the King of Red Lions. I see. So this is the portal through which Ganon was able to seep into the unsuspecting world above. Link, we shall make use of this path that Ganon created for himself. If there is anything from the world above that you believe you need, then climb into the boat and enter the column of darkness. Well, we don't actually need to do anything, but I think I'll show you where this goes. So this is how we can quickly get back to the surface. Takes us right into the little entryway of the now abandoned Forsaken Fortress. And so, if we wanted to do things around here and sail around, like if I wanted to drop off pictographs, for example, then the fastest way back here would probably be warping to Tingle Island, since we can't warp to Mother and Child Isles on the outside. And then sailing 2 squares northwest, coming right back here, and into this portal. So that is very convenient. Now, I don't think... No, you can't sail out of here. So exactly how the king got in here, we'll never know. Now, I'm wondering... exactly... Oh, no. No, never mind. I know what I'm supposed to do. I remember now. Yep. As foolish as that seems. Oh, and that music's familiar. Our old friend and tennis partner, Phantom Ganon. And he falls away in one hit, which is odd, but his sword sticks around. And what was that thing the inscription said? The hilts of my servants, or whatever, the hilts of the sword? Well, it's definitely pointing toward one of these 4 identical doors. And that would seem to indicate that we're on the right track. So Phantom Ganon is showing off some new attacks here. And yep, you keep getting that indication that, yes, you are indeed on the right track. So it's basically, you just keep doing these one-hit wonder battles with Phantom Ganon. And keep progressing the way the hilts of the swords, not the blades, mind you, the way the hilts point. Oh, wow. This is not going well. Uh-oh. Is there... Can you hit this back? No. Oh, you can. Yeah, well, I hit some of it back, I think. Now, funny story. A few years back, my sister had been replaying through this game, and she called me one night and said, okay, you know that music that plays in Ganon's Tower in the Phantom Ganon Maze? And I'll let you listen to it for just a second. She said, it reminds me of something, but I can't figure out what. I feel like there's a classical or sort of classical piano piece that it sounds like, but I can't think of what it is. And I was just stumped. There's a classical piano? What are you talking about? Of course, I think it's actually Baroque, but and I'll check that and have that corrected as if anyone actually cares. But what finally occurred to me was like, okay, well, there's not much to this piece of music. So it must be something she's hearing. Well, I guess I'll wait until we hear it again. Again, speaking of how interactive the music is with the battles in this game, the tennis back and forth is just another prime example. So, but anyway, so I was trying to figure out, like, what could she be hearing? It was just the doo-doo, 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 doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. And I finally said, is there any chance it's Bach's Prelude in C major from the Well-Tempered Clavier? You know, that classic do 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 do. You know your classic piano warm-up beginner student piece. Like, because toward the end of it, it does one where there's that just sort of that minor second interval being played through. And so I sent her a link. I said, is this it? And she said, yep, that's the one. So now I always think of this as the Bach Prelude piece, even though it really doesn't sound all that much like it, but just that moment. Honestly, I was amazed that I was able to figure it out. Okay, so you can take him down by reflecting enough of those at the same time. That's good to know. Well, this room looks different. And a gate just came down. That's a good sign. So this one must be a little more important. Well, this sword points out that door, but a chest has appeared. Which is good because the door is not open. You got the light arrow. When you take out your bow, use R to change arrowheads, then fire away. The sacred light of these arrows can pierce pure evil itself. Yes, these are very powerful. You can take out most enemies in one go with a light arrow. Now we're back here. And there's that music again. Now, this is your last opportunity to take a pictograph. Well, that's not going to work. This is your last opportunity to take a pictograph of Phantom Ganon. Let me try to do one slightly better. I need one where I can really see him. I'm paranoid again. Okay, where is he gonna be? That probably would have done okay, honestly, but okay. You know what? No. I really want to get this right. Okay, something else I'll do now is use a potion. come on. This must be incredibly scintillating viewing. That'll do. Now here's the thing. In this incarnation of the Phantom Ganon battle, as you saw, I was unable to strike him when he appeared down on the ground before. And he will disappear before the ball of energy can strike him. But what's the rule of Legend of Zelda? When you've been given a new item, use it. And that is the end of Phantom Ganon, but he has left us his sword. And just maybe this sword is what it takes to destroy this barrier. And we have another long staircase. This one indeed appears to be an even longer staircase. We have another Dark Nut here. Is this a mighty Dark Nut? No, I don't think so. I think the cape is what determines it. You know what? I'm starting to get worried that my only opportunity to take a pictograph of the mighty Dark Nut was in the castle, unless maybe there's one at the end of this. If there is, I'm gonna have to take a picture of that as well. I know they're rare. The question is how rare. Yep, more staircases. Oh, yeah, these guys have capes. Okay. So, because I can just refight Goma over and over again, I'm going to sacrifice that one. I was mainly just showing it to prove a point. This is probably your best opportunity to get a pictograph of a mighty Dark Nut. Now, I know Karlov talks a lot about faces, but I think it's fine to have the helmet on. The figurine. Well, never mind. I love how this guy, because he's still got, you know, his armor on and everything, just went back to his post like everything was normal. And his buddy over there, all his armor was gone, and he had to, you know, he's back there just looking around like, wait a minute, what do I do? I can't pretend nothing happened. And again, I could have actually used a light arrow and just taken those guys out immediately, but So here we are at this red and gold door at the top of a very long staircase. And again, veteran Legend of Zelda players know, and non-veteran players that will soon learn that when there's a long staircase, there's sometimes a fairy at the top, but there's usually a pretty significant moment beyond that door. So with that in mind, I'm going to call this episode here, and I am actually, in between episodes, going to go drop off these pictographs because I need to have at least one slot free in my Pictobox, and then I'll come right back here, but you can just pretend that I never left so that we don't lose the momentum in the atmosphere. So in the next episode, we will go through this giant door and face whatever evils lie within. See you then.